The tiny kitten's paws trembled as she padded across the sunlit floor of the cozy living room. Her velvety fur, still slightly damp from her morning bath, shimmered like caramel under the golden rays of sunlight streaming through the window. She paused, her emerald green eyes darting toward the corner where her mother lay curled up on a fluffy blanket. "Mew," the kitten mewed softly, her voice barely a whisper. She trotted closer, her tail flicking nervously. Her mother, a sleek calico cat named Luna, opened one eye and blinked at her. "Again, little one." Luna purred, her tone warm but gentle. "You're too big for milk now. It's time to try solid food." The kitten's ears drooped. She had heard this before. For weeks, she'd begged Luna for the creamy white liquid that once flowed so freely from her mother's belly. But now, Luna only placed a dish of shredded chicken and rice in front of her. The kitten wrinkled her nose. Chicken was boring. Milk was milk, sweet, comforting, and the taste of home. But I'm still hungry," the kitten pleaded, curling into a ball at Luna's side. Her tiny paws curled around Luna's tail, tugging it gently. "Just a little sip. Please." Luna sighed. She knew her daughter's stubbornness all too well. When the kitten was a newborn, she'd been the runt of the litter, fighting to survive. Luna had spent sleepless nights nursing her, her milk the only thing keeping the fragile fluff ball alive. Now, at 4 months old, the kitten was healthy and growing strong, but her taste for milk hadn't faded. "Your brothers and sisters stopped drinking milk months ago," Luna reminded her, though she didn't scold. "They're big cats now, hunting sparrows and chasing squirrels. You'll never grow strong enough to do that if you keep drinking milk." The kitten's eyes widened. "Hunting? But I'm not ready for that," she protested, her voice rising. "I just want milk. It's all I know." Luna's whiskers twitched. She remembered her own mother's voice, patient and firm, teaching her the same lessons. "You're right," she said slowly. "You're not ready for hunting, yet. But you'll never learn if you cling to the past." She nudged the kitten toward the dish of food. "Try it. Just one bite." The kitten stared at the dish. The rice looked lumpy. The chicken smelled strange. But Luna's tail wrapped around her protectively, a silent promise that she wouldn't abandon her. Hesitantly, the kitten dipped her nose to the dish and took a tiny nibble. Her eyes widened. It was not bad. A lesson in growing up. Days turned into weeks. The kitten, whom Luna had named Muffin for her round, doughy shape, grew braver with each meal. She discovered that the chicken was actually tender, and the rice tasted better when mixed with the leftover broth in Luna's bowl. Still, she'd sneak glances at Luna's dish whenever the older cat drank her morning milk, her tail flicking with longing. One afternoon, while Luna was napping, Muffin hatched a plan. On silent paws, she crept to the kitchen, her tiny claws clicking against the tile floor. She'd heard the refrigerator hum before. Luna always opened it when she wanted milk. The kitten stood on her hind legs, stretching as high as she could. The fridge handle gleamed just out of reach. "If only I could jump higher." With a determined meow, she leaped, and missed. She landed with a thud, her pride bruised but her resolve unshaken. Again and again, she sprang upward, until finally her paw brushed the handle. The door swung open, and a gust of cold air hit her face. Inside, a carton of milk sat waiting. Muffin's heart raced. She scrambled onto the counter, her paws slipping on the smooth surface. She toppled the carton with a swipe of her paw, and milk spilled everywhere. Success! But as she licked the puddle, a familiar growl echoed behind her. "Muffin?" The kitten froze. Luna stood in the doorway, her eyes narrowed. "Oh no," Muffin whispered. Luna's tail lashed. "What did I tell you about the refrigerator?" I was just curious." Muffin squeaked, backing away. "Curiosity got you into this mess," Luna said, though her voice softened as she saw the guilt on her daughter's face. And spilled milk can't be unspilled. Now, help me clean it up. Together, they mopped the floor, Luna guiding Muffin's clumsy paws. When they finished, Luna sighed. You're a clever kitten, but some things take patience. Hunting, climbing, even opening doors, you'll learn in time. But rushing grows nothing but trouble. Muffin nodded, her ears flattened. I'm sorry, Mommy. I know, Luna purred, nuzzling her. Now, let's get you some proper food. I'll even add a little chicken broth to your dish to make it special. The gift of independence. Weeks later, Muffin stood at the edge of the porch, her fur now sleek and her paws steady. Luna had taught her to leap onto fences and chase leafy twigs. Today, though, Luna had a new challenge. Watch me, Luna said, darting after a moth that fluttered past the window. In one swift motion, she pounced and caught it, then dropped it at Muffin's paws. Your turn. Hunt something small. Muffin stared at the moth. It trembled in her grasp, its wings fluttering. She hesitated, this was life, not just a game. But then she remembered the spilled milk, the lessons about patience, and the pride in Luna's eyes when she finally learned to eat solids. Taking a deep breath, Muffin released the moth. Maybe another day, she said softly. Luna tilted her head. Why? Because. I'm still learning, Muffin admitted. But I'll try again tomorrow. Luna's whiskers twitched in approval. Good girl. Now, come inside. It's time for your dinner. As they curled up together in the sun, Muffin realized something, she no longer longed for milk. Solid food had become her strength, and Luna's love was the truest comfort. Still, she nuzzled close to her mother, whispering, "Thank you, for not giving up on me." Luna's purr rumbled like thunder. Never. You'll always be my little kitten, even when you're hunting moths. And with that, Muffin drifted off to sleep, dreaming of the day she'd soar higher than any fence, and still return home, where her mother's love waited, as warm and steady as a sunbeam.